Hello and welcome back to the HTML and CSS for Beginners tutorial, and today I will be talking about how to make tables on a website using HTML. But before I talk about tables, I just wanted to apologize that no videos went up for the past 2 days. I've been busy, therefore I could not have enough time to make any videos or put them up for the HTML series, so just wanted to get that out of the way. But now let's start to make tables. So go into your body tags and create a new tag, and this is a table tag. So this just lets your browser know basically that everything inside of here is for a table and it's not just, on the screen. So for organizational purposes, I just put space in between it like I usually do, like body and all that. And now, before we start with the stuff inside of the table, I just want to talk about rows and columns really quick. So say I have a table, it has like name and then I'll just say name is first name and then like number. So we know this right here is a column, or not a column, sorry, a row. It goes left to right, so name, last, and number. But then let's say I have like Bob, and then I have Smith, and the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's our phone number right there. So this name and Bob, this is a column right here, and this last and Smith, that's a column. Columns go up and down, and rows go left and right. So now that we have that little bit of information out of the way, basically when you make a table, you want to make a row, and you do that with the tr tag, and you have to close the tr tag. So anything inside of this row will be made going left to right. So basically, whatever you put in here will be like item 1, or here, I'll just type it down here, item 1, item 2, and item 3. So that is how a row will work. So, and then whenever you make any other rows under that, sorry, that deleted, but you get the whole point. Whenever I make rows under that, this will be like column 1, and then it'll be column 2. So basically, this is a row in HTML, and this is also a row. You can't really make columns. It's just kind of the spacing, I guess you could say. So, for example, say we have a table row, and inside of this table row, I want to create something called a table header. Now, this table header is just the style for the style, or not the style, sorry, like the name for the column that you make. So, for example, I used the name, not analogy, the example before, and that is where you would put this. So you just do name in there, and you can create more than one of these, and these will just be where the like where the titles of it will be. They'll be going from left to right. So we had, I'll just say first name and get rid of the space, last name, and then we'll just have like number. So now we will, if I go into my website, refresh this, now you see this is bold because it is the name of it, or the first name, last name, and then number. And there's spacing in between this. Now you can't really tell a difference in what is, which row is separated or not, or like which item of the row is separated. Well, you go into the table tag and you make an attribute called the border, and you always set this up like every other attribute. Now I'm going to put 1 in here. It has to be a number inside the quotation marks, and this is basically just like the as you can see, now it has like a 1 pixel border around every item. So right here is, it separates everything, so you can see now they're all different. So first name is 1, last name is 1, and then number is 1. So now I can make another table row under here, and let's say I don't want it to be a name now, so I can actually do that by creating a thing called table data. Now this is really just kind of adding items to your thing. So now remember how I said when you add something in a table row, it goes from left to right? Well, now what we can do is we can have say for each person, we need to enter in their first name, their last name, and their number. Well, let's make something called a table data tag. And I'm going to use that trick I did last time. It was Control D. So now we have a name with like 3 rows in our, or 3 items in the row on the above and the other row above this. So let's say his name is Bob, his last name is Smith, and his phone number is 1234567. So now if I refresh this, you will see it went from left to right and not from up and down. So now his first name is Bob, his last name is Smith, and his phone number is 12345. So this is kind of the basics of tables, but we can also do one more thing with headers up here in the TH tag. Well, let's say we don't have a last name. We only have first name and number. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this space there and completely get rid of that last name. So now let's say his number is 123456789 0. So this is like his area code, this is his first part, and then this is the last part over here. So now what we can actually do is call span is an attribute you can add, and let's say we want it to take up 2 columns. So for example, I will have call span be 2, and then if I refresh, it will be the size of 2 columns. So I could have right in here, now you will see that, you know, this is inside of that, but then if I get rid of call span 2 here, so that right there, then it gets a little shorter, but you can notice it actually did change. So I can keep this as call span 2 because it's a longer, you know, item or whatnot. But then let's say that I have another item in here, or not another item, sorry. Let's like make another person. So how you would make another person is actually with another table row, and you just have to do the same exact thing. So you add, her name is like Sally, or not a Sally, tag table data, and her name is Sally, and her phone number is also the same as Bob's because I guess they're related. So we do 123456789 0, and then I go here and you'll see it actually has made 2 people inside of our table. So I hope you all enjoyed this video on tables. If you did, leave a like, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments below and I will answer them for you, and I will see you guys in the next one.